Mrs. Salma received a phone call from a staff member of JKM, Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat, who informed her that they have scheduled an appointment for her with Mr. Eric on the following Monday at 11 a.m. The staff member asked if the appointment time was convenient for her, and Mrs. Salma replied that she will be free for the entire day, so it shouldn't be a problem. The staff member thanked her and said they will see her soon.
Shane, WhatsApp audio.
Good morning, Mrs. Salmia. I'm calling from JKM.
Yes, good morning.
We have fixed an appointment for you with Mr. Eric on next Monday at 11 a.m. Is that convenient for you, Mrs. Salmia?
I will be free on the entire day, so it shouldn't be a problem.
That's great. Thank you, Mrs. Salmia. See you soon.
The staff calls Mrs. Salmia to inform her about the appointment with Mr. Eric. Later, Mr. Eric requests to meet with Mrs. Salmia and proposes that Adib should be sent to a foster care. He explains the details of foster care and assures that Adib will be placed with a screened and approved foster family, which will provide him with a safe and nurturing environment. Mr. Eric suggests Pertubuhan Anak Yatim dan Miskin Nur Imam as a suitable foster care facility for Adib, which is in line with Mrs. Salmia's religious concerns. Mrs. Salmia asks about visitation and financial benefits provided by the foster care. Mr. Eric explains that foster families maintain contact with birth families and regular visits are encouraged. He also informs that foster care is funded by the government, and Adib would receive education, daily necessities, and accommodation without any cost to Mrs. Salmia. Mrs. Salmia agrees to the proposal and asks about the procedure to apply for the foster care. Mr. Eric explains the application process, and Mrs. Salmia expresses belief that Adib will be well taken care of and that he will still be able to be a part of her life. Excuse me, Mrs. Salmia. You can meet Mr. Eric now in his office.
Alright, sure.
Hello, Mrs. Salmia. Good to see you again. How are you doing today?
Good to see you too, Mr. Eric. I'm doing great.
Glad to hear, Mrs. Salmia.
So I would like to know what Mr. Eric has planned for my son.
Okay, so based on what Mrs. Salmia told me last week, I discussed about this case with my team. We all came up with an idea where it will be better solution to send Adib to a foster care in order to reduce your burden, Mrs. Salmia.
Mr. Eric, can you explain more about the foster care?
Sure, Mrs. Salmia. Adib will be placed with a foster family who has been screened and approved by our agency. The foster family will provide him with a safe and nurturing environment. I'm planning to register Adib at Pertubuhan Anak Yatim dan Miskin Nur Iman, which is located in Kuantan, Pahang. This will be suitable for your son based on your religious concerns, as you have mentioned earlier.
I see. What about the visitation? How often will I be able to visit Adib?
You will be able to visit Adib regularly, Mrs. Salmia. We encourage foster families to maintain contact with birth families and to facilitate regular visits between the child and their family. You will also be able to participate in Adib's life by attending parent-teacher conferences, extracurricular activities, and other events.
Seems like a good idea, Mr. Eric, but I have a question. What are the facilities and financial benefit provided by the foster care?
Well, since the organization is funded by the government, Adib could receive decent benefits such as to receive education, daily necessities like food, clothes, as well as accommodation. For information, Mrs. Salmia, there will be no cost to you since the organization itself will take a good care of Adib.
That's a relief. I think this foster care will be suitable for my son, Adib, based on my requirements. Mr. Eric, can you explain to me the procedure to apply the following foster care for my son?
Sure, Mrs. Salmia. You can just have to fill up a form in the reception counter, and you can just ask the staff to submit the form to my table.
Thank you for the explanation. Mr. Eric, I feel so much better knowing that Adib will be taken care of and I will still be able to be part of his life.
No problem, Mrs. Salmia. Thank you.
Mrs. Sanya asks a staff member for a foster care application form, fills it out, and asks the staff member to submit it to Mr. Eric's table. The staff member refuses and tells Mrs. Samia it's her responsibility. A senior staff member intervenes and reprimands the staff member for not fulfilling their responsibilities and for being inappropriate with the clients. The staff member apologizes to Mrs. Samia and promises it won't happen again.
Hi, hello. May I get the form for the foster care application?
There's the form. You can fill it up. Yeah, it's also a pen.
I have already filled up for the form. Please submit to the Mr. Eric table. Thank you.
Excuse me. Actually, you're the one who's supposed to submit, not us.
But Mr. Eric requests me to ask the staff to submit the form if I'm not mistaken, and I'm sorry if I said anything wrong.
No, it's actually not my responsibility since you are the one who applied for the foster care. Can you be quick? It's just there actually. There's actually a long line of clients. So you can just send it there.
What's going on, Sylvester? Is there any problem?
This woman is asking me to submit a form to Mr. Eric's table when it's actually just there. It's not even my job to submit it. You don't have to worry, Siti.
No. Are you aware of your responsibilities, Sylvester? You should remember that the staffs are responsible to submit the client's forms to respected officers, and please mind that you should treat the clients in an appropriate manner, which you fail to do it right now. Submit the form to Mr. Eric's table right now. Please do not repeat or make this mistake again, or else I will take an action on you.
Okay. I'm extremely sorry, Mr. J and Mrs. Saumya. I shouldn't have treated my clients that way. I promise it will not happen again.
Thank you, Sylvester.